Hi everyone, welcome to this Facebook Live. How are you today? Friday afternoon, about to go into the weekend here. I am Bess McCarty, coach for network marketers, also called the shrink of MLM. And today I want to let you know what we're doing in case you might know of some network marketers who can use this. So what we're doing is we're giving away a bunch of free personal growth books, including John Maxwell's and other ones. This is a free book giveaway at our open house on July 7th. People are registering right now for it at the event, which you'll find in the links, because that registers them for the free book. They must be present at the event to win, but the event itself is really, really cool. It's an open house, and what we're going to be doing is teaching how to always get a yes for network marketers, when network marketers prospect. And this is the best, simplest, most wonderful tool I've ever seen in network marketing. I have been a shy person, a shy network marketer, and I wish I had this tool when I was doing network marketing. It would have been a whole new game changer. I think I would have 10x'd my business. So welcome, Donald. Welcome. Good to see you. And whoever's here watching the replay, if you would type in replay, I'd love if you do that, because then I can thank you for watching. So let me tell you first about the personal growth books. There's going to be some John Maxwell books in there. He's the #1 leadership expert in the world, and other books. Why are we doing this? Because it's essential to our success as entrepreneurs and network marketers to do at least 30-60 minutes of personal growth a day. And so this is our way of making it easy for people to do that. They must be present at the event to win, but they can register with that link. Welcome, Lonnie. Good to see you. So this event, the books are free, the book giveaway is free, and the event is also free. We have a free ticket for people to that event, which I'll put in the comments. So you can click on that in a few minutes. This will be a short live. The event itself is an open house on Sunday, July 7th. You might want to mark your calendars right now for that. And it's going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain, and 1 p.m. Pacific Time. Well, welcome, Ton. Good to see you. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thank you for hearing what we're going on here, in case you might know network marketers who can use this. So what we're going to be teaching is how to always get a yes when prospecting. That's what a lot of people want to know, right? Make it a lot easier. Well, this method, I'll tell you in a minute how it came about, but this method is the easiest, simplest, most effective tool that I've ever seen in my 40 years in this network marketing profession. It's proven results in our generic school for network marketers for a year now, and people get a whole lot of appointments, new recruits, and new ranks. And this is what one person is saying about our school and about our classes. Ed Aiken says, the training last night was perfect. Just what I was looking for to eliminate some loose ends. This was simple, basic, duplicatable. Thanks for what you do. Well, we thank you, Ed. He's a student now in our school. So first of all, who are the trainers? Two of us. One is Jeffrey David Gamble, who you might have seen us do our Facebook Lives every Monday through Friday at noon Eastern Time. We do Facebook Lives teaching an aspect of personal growth and of leadership. Jeff has 24 years of experience in the direct marketing and in network marketing and direct sales. He's personally recruited over 500 people front line and has developed teams to over 11,007 countries in 3 years. So he's a real good person to listen to. I'll tell you our story in just a minute. And who am I? Bess McCarty, holistic health practitioner, body-mind therapist. They also call me the shrink of MLM, and I really like that because I've personally helped over hundreds of network marketers to break through their personal growth blocks, their fears, negative beliefs, and any mindset blocks they have to their success. Now, I was a full-time network marketer for years. Helped me raise my son as a single mom. And when my company went out of business, I went into personal growth work to help for my own learning and growing, and also brought that back to network marketers. So dedicated generic coach now, but I'll tell you a little bit, I'll go a little bit deeper into my story. Starts with being shy as a kid. I was so shy as a little girl that when company would come over to our house to visit, I would hide out in my room because I felt judged. I felt like people, maybe I wasn't good enough, and they would criticize me or judge me or find that I wasn't good enough. and was very sensitive to people's thoughts. And so I thought, well, it's lonely here in my room, but it's better than, trying to deal with maybe somebody might not liking me, right? It's real sad, but that's the way I felt, that it was better to be alone. So when I found network marketing, it was a holistic health company. I mean, it was a health product that I really believed in and I experienced in, and I could help people and I could make money with it all at the same time. So I really believed in this product. Only one trouble, I'm so shy, right? I don't want to go out and talk to people. But I overcame that by learning to focus on the people themselves, on the good that I would do, and that I wouldn't be doing that good if I sat in my room, sat in my house, and not went out and talked to people. So by focusing on them, that got me out and sharing with them. But I had to overcome that shyness, but eventually I ended up doing things like, Tana's from Brazil, welcome. Yes, if you're watching the replay, I'd love if you let me know that so I can thank you later, and also love to hear where you're from. So thank you, all the way from Brazil. Isn't this cool? I'm always glad when you pop on, Tom. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining in. So I went from being shy to going door to door, to speaking on stage, to training people. Won an award, cruise to the Bahamas. That was real fun. All you can eat. And the waters that you can float in effortlessly because they're so salty. You just lay there and it supports you. Very, very cool. And all the fun things we saw on the different islands. We went island hopping there on that cruise. So I was training people, successful for years, trainer. Went up and down the coast in California to train my team. Was very, very fun. Ended up being fun. Till my company went out of business, and I went into the personal growth field because I knew that I had a lot to learn and heal within myself, and then I wanted to take that to other people. So it was a 2-year course, a 1,000-hour course. They put us through all sorts of rigors, like the Fisher-Hoffman course, which is the deepest psychological process, I think, known to psychology, known to man. We went through that. We went through the ropes course, swinging through the trees and everything. We just did the hardest things for 2 years to clear ourselves, and then to learn to bring this to other people for their healing too. I fell so much in love with this work that I started private practice, and I went back to teach at that school for 15 years, training holistic health practitioners. That was Body Mind College in San Diego. Some of my dear friends are still my dear friends to this day from that school. So trained other therapists for 15 years, and meanwhile tried out 4 more network marketing companies, but they didn't feel right. And I realized, aside from them not feeling right, I didn't feel right. My calling, I realized, was just to be a coach, and a coach for network marketers and a generic coach, rather than be in a company and divide my time. I want to do really good with teaching, coaching, and being an advocate for network marketers. So 10 years ago, I started my generic school, the MLM Millionaire Club School for Network Marketers. And I just do love teaching. I dearly love it. Helping and seeing people grow and helping them to have their breakthroughs and having a better life. So 10 years ago, I started the school. 6 years ago, and hello, Dawn. Hello, everybody here. Say, if you are committed to being a network marketing professional, please type pro in the comments, because I want to congratulate you for that. I guess that's why you're here, to get a tool, right, to get an answer. And we're going to share that with you, what we're going to be teaching on July 7th. So back to the story. So here I am teaching in my school for network marketers. About 4 years into that, I meet Jeffrey David Gamble over on Eric Worre's page. And meanwhile, Eric Worre has become a dear friend, too. Feel very parallel in all of our mission, our missions. So I love sharing Eric's work too. So I'm over on his page, meet Jeffrey David Gamble, ask a question, Jeff answers it. We get to talking. I find him very supportive over time, over the years. He always says really cool things that are very direct and powerful, and always very supportive of my work. It was a year ago that we were talking late one night, real late. I really learned what he was doing. And I shared with him a book that I wrote called Always Get a Yes, where you empathize, you listen carefully for a problem that you solve, and you empathize with that. That was the new part that I hadn't seen before. But you empathize with that until the person really understands the depth of their problem, because it gets them hungrier for the solution that you then offer. So that was my book. It worked really, really well. And I mentioned that technique to Jeff, and he goes, "That's great, but it only works with one of the 4 personalities." I thought, oh my gosh, I didn't think of that. Of course I know the 4 personalities, and the DISC personality is my favorite model, where there's the dominant, the more direct person, the fun-loving person, the relationship person, and then the more intellectual person. And I'm the more relationship person, the S of that, the steady, the relationship. And so naturally, this would work great for me. And it would work great for other S types of personalities, especially if they're talking with another S type or relationship type person that would understand the feeling and the empathy and all of that. But it doesn't work with the other 4 personalities. And it's like, oh my gosh, this limits it. Like 40% of the people on the planet. And he said, well, I have a technique that works with all of them. So I said, what is it? And he said, well, it's the favor technique. It's a super indirect way of asking for referrals. And this is it. Hey, can you do me a big favor? I want to let you know what I'm doing in case you run across the right person. You could refer them to me. Is this a good time? And so this is with your warm market, your friends and family, and you text that to them. And if it's a good time, then you do a 10-minute presentation. We teach how to do that in our school, and we're going to teach that at the open house too. How to do that 10-minute presentation, and what you say after that, and what you say after that. So, hello, Alan, welcome. Glad to see you. Hey, if you're watching the replay, please type in replay, because I want to thank you for that. And who has an emoji? Who can put in an emoji, a picture of how you're feeling today? Because I want to hear from you guys. I want to know you're out there. I want to know how you feel. I want to know what's going on with you today. So I'd love if you type that in. Helps me to feel connected with you. And if you're getting benefit, of course, I'd love if you tag, share to another network marketing group. Spread the goodness. Thank you. And if you have a takeaway, I'd love to hear that too. So Jeff was telling me his method, how he never gets a no. So he said, I guess it never gets a no. It never gets an objection. It works with all 4 personalities. It's duplicatable. It doesn't need a video. In fact, doing the 10-minute presentation instead of sending people to a link has proven much more effective, because 70% of people don't watch the video anymore. And then they forget, they're busy, they videoed out, and then they don't watch your video, and then they feel bad because they didn't, and they don't respond when you set up the appointment time to call them back. Even though you say, when do you think you watched it for sure? And they say this time, and a lot of times they'll avoid you then. So you're always chasing them, trying to get them to watch the video. Well, this process doesn't need a video. No more chasing after people. Instead, you do a 10-minute presentation with 5 components, which we teach at this open house. And then we teach what to say after that and after that. And I thought, oh my goodness, this is incredible. I need to be teaching this to my students in the school, because I'm deeply committed to bringing the best that I know anywhere to my students, because it matters to me. It's their life, it's their success, it's their future. I've got to teach the best to them. So I asked Jeff, will you come in and teach in the school? Will you teach this to people? And he goes, yeah. And I go, well, what do you want for that? What will you get from that? And he said, just want to help. I said, okay, they got to know this. So he came in, taught it, they loved it. And then over time, we realized we're going to be teaching. Now it's our school. And Jeff's fiance, Brandon, 3 of us are partners in the school. So how lucky am I and the students to have this? And to be teaching this method that is the most direct, simple, easy, duplicatable, bypasses objections, just doesn't get objections. It takes away the fear for network marketers, especially new ones. If you haven't been prospecting yourself, I think you will love this. If you have a team who's scared to get out there and start prospecting, I think they will love it, because it's an easy way to get started fast. It just works. Our students are loving it, getting results, jumping ranks, telling us their successes constantly. And that makes our day, of course, because that's what we're doing it for. And if I would have had this when I was doing network marketing, it would have been a whole game changer. I know that I would have, it would just multiplied maybe 10 or even 100 times my business. So that is the potential. That is why I love bringing this to people. And hi, Annie. Glad to see you. Thank you for being here. So you guys, that is what we're teaching on Sunday, July 7th. For our open house, you might want to mark your calendars at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Mountain Time, and 1 p.m. Pacific Time. It's just an hour. We're going to share the favor script. Thank you for the likes and loves. Appreciate that. We're going to share the favor script and then how to do our 8 to 10 minute presentation of 5 components it must have to be effective, and then what you say after that, and how you lead to signing them up, or getting referrals, or getting a customer. Those are the three outcomes that you look for. So now that you know what we're doing, do you know network marketers who can use this, who can benefit from this? I bet they love it if you tagged them in the comments, shared it with them, let them know about it, that they can win a free book. When they go to the link and get their free ticket, it registers them for a drawing for a free personal growth book, which we're going to give away at the event. They have to be present to win, but if they are present, they're going to get a whole lot more than a book. They're going to get a method that can, 10x or 100 times X their business if they use it. That's what's been happening for our students who've been using it. So they can get that free book and get that free class. If you know a network marketer who is struggling in their business, who would like to move faster, who doesn't have time to mess around and keep experimenting and trying this or that, is confused about what's out there and what to use and how to do it, these are the people that we're helping, that this is for. So I'm going to sign off now. I'll put that link in the comments. Thank you all for joining on. Who's still with me? I wonder if you still following along. Love to know that. Love to hear from you. If you got a takeaway, if you're using the favor script and it's working for you, I'd love to hear you mention that to inspire other people. We want to get the word out. I want everybody to know about it. You guys, this is my mission, to help network marketers, the best tools that I know. So love to hear from you. Thank you for those who share this. And we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to call in every day and talk a little bit more about this. And thank you all for being here. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.